Hello and welcome to Sport Tonight. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. And of course, it's the UEFA Champions League night. 4 teams are already in action in the UEFA Champions League. And also we'll be talking about Okpekpe Race, the latest developments concerning the race, which we'll be holding this year after 2 years, May 28th precisely. And also we'll touch down on the Winter Olympics, what's happening with a Nigerian athlete who was supposed to compete in skeleton. We'll talk more about that on the program. But on the UEFA Champions League segment this evening, Shemilore Adeagbo will be joining me from London. Shemi, good evening. How you doing? Welcome to Sport Tonight.
Good evening, Cecilia. Good evening, Cecilia. Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you. UEFA Champions League, quickly, we'll touch down on that. The game between Salzburg and Bayern Munich. Surprisingly, Salzburg scoring first. And it was a tale of 2 Nigerians. Yes, Noah Okafor was taken out of the game because of injury. And they brought in Chukwueze Adamu. And Chukwueze Adamu, just 20 minutes into the game, he scored for Salzburg, taking the lead. The game between Inter Milan and Liverpool is still goalless. And for Salzburg, you know, you have so many Nigerians. There's also Karim Adeyemi, one of the hottest youngsters right now in the UEFA Champions League. Well, so far this season, he has scored about 6 goals for his team side, Salzburg.
Yeah, this Salzburg team is very, very exciting, to be honest. And obviously, the bias being the Nigerian players and Nigerian-born players.
Yes.
But shockingly, the fact that Salzburg have gone 1-0 in front is quite shocking because Bayern, I guess they're the favorites. They're the favorites for this tournament, and it's kind of, it doesn't matter now. The away goals have gone out of the window for knockout stages. So I don't know, Salzburg being at home and being 1-0 up is quite strong because Bayern, even if they score, the away goals don't count for anything this season because new rules have come into play. But it's exciting. The match is still going on, and yeah, I hope it lives up to yesterday's action as well.
Yesterday's action, yeah, I get what you're saying there, especially with that 5-0 bashing from Manchester City. Quickly, Inter Milan and Liverpool is still goalless 31 minutes into the game. What are you expecting from that game?
It's in the San Siro, so fair enough. Liverpool are favourites this in the Champions League to get to the final. But so far, I was watching, and Inter Milan have come quite close. The game is very, very cagey. I think they've hit the crossbar as well. Alisson's made a blunder to save, trying to play out from the back in dangerous situations. But I don't think the game's going to end 1-0, and it's a very interesting game right now. So yeah, I'm missing it as I'm on air with you guys, but I'm enjoying being here as well. But yeah.
All right, I think we'll be touching down on it as the program progresses. Also, yes, the game yesterday we were willing to talking about Manchester City, the way they destroyed Miss Sporting Lisbon. It was away from home. You expect maybe home boys, talking about Bernardo Silva, maybe that G3 having crowd and everything, but then that guy literally went to his hometown to destroy the team. Under 30 minutes, you could say Manchester City were already in the quarter-final stage. All Sporting Lisbon needs to do right now is to score 6 goals or 5. 6, yes, to score 6 goals when they get to Etihad in the second half to qualify for the Champions League. How possible is that?
I'd say it's impossible. I would say not everything. People say anything is possible in football, but this is impossible. I don't expect them to score at least 5 goals in City without City scoring at least 1. And it was a mismatch from kickoff. And City, we expected City to go through, but we didn't expect a battering of this grand, I would say. But yeah, Bernardo, I don't know if he can go back to Lisbon and show his face there.
All right, let's take a listen to Pep Guardiola because he had a lot of praises on this young man.
Always I tell him, so Bernardo, you are a perfect player, defensively so intuitive, can run 12, 30 kilometers, but in sense, not just run for run, and with the ball is more than exceptional. But I always say you have to score goals, you have to win games, you have to have the ability to do it. Today the goal, he scored one of the best I've ever seen. Hopefully he can get confident in. For him, it's special. Always is a guy. We speak a lot with him about what does it mean Lisboa for him. Lisboa is a hometown, and he lived years ago in Monaco, Monte Carlo after here, and always had the opportunity to come here. He loves this country, of course, his hometown, especially Lisboa. And of course, he's Benfica player, supporter, was before a supporter. He loves Benfica, and of course, beat a rival in that way is special for him. know how difficult is this competition, and 0-5 is fantastic. But today we were so clinical. Arrive goal. And when that's happened, it's difficult attack for the opponent. But yeah, we defend well, and we got an incredible result. But we have the duty as a manager, as a team, analyze exactly how we perform individually, collectively, not just the result. The result is a dream, but performing, we can do better.
5-0 bashing, and he's saying they can do better. So it simply means there's no chance, actually, for Sporting Lisbon in the second leg when they come to Manchester the next time. But then another game that got us talking was actually the biggest of the night, a PSG and, of course, Real Madrid. The star of the moment, Kylian Mbappe, living up to his petition. Lionel Messi got Mr. Penalty, but then all eyes obviously was Kylian Mbappe because of his link from PSG to Real Madrid. And what a performance he had on the night, Simi.
Oh, it's fantastic. Firstly, this is the biggest fixture of the whole last 16. Two European juggernauts meeting each other. And it did live up to expectation. PSG dominated in terms of possession, but how purposeful were they outside Mbappe? I can't really say that much. Everything was coming for Mbappe until Neymar came on towards like the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he really put a burst of just injection and just pace into the game. But even still, the fight, it had to be telling. It was just fairy tale written that Kylian Mbappe gets the ball in the last minute of the match and literally dribbles past three players and puts it in the bottom corner. It writes a perfect fairy tale considering that he's probably going to be a Real Madrid player come September. But yeah, it's interesting. If he does this, he might as well go all the way and pick up the trophy and come May.
Pick up the trophy. That's interesting. I was going to ask you who your money will be on because there's so many big teams you're expecting for the UEFA Champions League. Manchester City have laid down the mark amid that 5-0 bashing of Sporting Lisbon. You're having Bayern also struggling against Salzburg. Yes, it's still early in the game, but then I mean, you don't expect Salzburg to lose to, you don't expect Bayern to lose to Salzburg. You also have Inter Milan, they're right there against Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool is also there. Real Madrid, yes, they may have lost the first leg 1-0, but you won't know what's going to happen at the Santiago Bernabeu when they have the, everyone is ready to play. Who will your money be on to win the Champions League? Will this year be the year for Pep Guardiola? The Holy Grail is so much wanted for Man City. He's been there since 2016 and he's here to win the Champions League for them.
I think it might be PSG's year if Verratti stays fit. Okay. Although Kylian Mbappe is getting all the headlines, it was very, very crucial how the role Verratti played in that match was instrumental. He was the best midfielder on the pitch, controlling the game, both attacking-wise and defensively. He was all over the place. I really think PSG could go all the way if Verratti stays fit. But I would like Pep to win it. I would really like Pep to win it. But I think PSG. But I'd like to see PSG versus Man City in the final, personally. But I can't call it. If Verratti stays safe, stays healthy, maybe PSG.
Okay, PSG. All right, let's see what's going to happen in May. Shemila, everyone, thank you so much for taking our time to join me this evening on Sport Tonight.
No problem. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys for always having me, and I would love to be back.
All right. Okay, that's it for the UEFA Champions League for now. We'll keep giving you updates on the program if there are any goals scored. Right now, Salzburg, Bayern, Salzburg leading by a lone goal. Of course, is the Nigerian Adeagbo who got the goal, Adam, who got the goal for Salzburg. He was born in Nigeria here, in Kano, so it's pure and pure. And Nigeria also have Karim Adeyemi is also part of the squad. But the other Noah Okafor, he's been injured, so he's out, and then was replaced by Adeagbo giving them the lead. All right, let's come home and quickly talk about what's going on in Nigeria Professional Football League match day 13. So many games played today, about 6 of 8. The other game, the Kada game was postponed against Gombe, will be played tomorrow. But other games are for tonight. This evening was Niger Tornadoes and Sunshine Stars. It was Munir Idris' 90th minute goal that gave them the victory. The game between Kwara United and Enyimba ended a lone goal, and it was Alao Dambani, 17th minute goal. It was an early goal for Kwara United. They won that one. Again, between Niger Tornadoes and Sunshine Stars, mentioned earlier, it was Munir Idris' 90th minute goal that gave them the victory. Plateau United and 3SA. Plateau United is just scoring goals. Mohamed Zikifilu gave them the lead just 8 minutes into the game. Oluwaseyi Okonwo equalized. 42 minutes was 1-0 at halftime. But somehow, Plateau United scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Albert Hillary and Silas Nero scored 2 goals in less than 2 goals in 4 minutes, and gave them that 3-1 win. Remo Stars, Aqua United, since Kennedy Boboye left just last weekend, they won away from home by a lone goal, and it was David Onovo, 28-minute goal, that gave them the victory over Remo Stars. Remo Stars have lost the unbeaten run in Gombe, and then they're losing again. We're back-to-back losses. Not good enough for a team that we're thinking might just go on a winning streak up to 15 or 16, but somehow it ended on match day 12. Also, the other game between MFM and Katsina United in Lagos, that game ended 1-0, MFM winning by a lone goal. Tunde Aziz, 81st minute goal was all he needed for his team to be able to get that victory. MFM have been looking for how they were going to get a win at home. And of course, they did it this evening at the Teslim Balogun Stadium when a well-worked goal. I mean, it was a sweet game by the players, the way it was worked, and before it got to Tunde Aziz, who did not miss in that 81st minute. And that's the goal right there. Give them the goal. You know what this means, what this really means to the coaching crew, the fans who came to watch, and everyone on the field. It was a spectacular one for Tunde Aziz. He got the assist in the game they played before, but this time around he wanted to get a goal for his team. And what a way he was able to do that. Let's get post-match game from this particular game from Katsina United coach and, of course, MFM coach, and also the goal scorer.
When we went in after the first half, I just told the players to forget about the first half. First half have gone. We just have 45 minutes more to fight and fight. And I when we came in, I saw everything. My guys, they are just fighting until we get the goal. And I'm very happy.
I feel so glad. I feel so excited. I feel so much happy. And I really want to dedicate the goal to Dr. Dike Olukoya himself, and I dedicated the goal to the whole team. Though in our previous game against Lobby Stars, I got an assist there. Right from there, I've been having a feeling like if we get back home, like I will have a goal. And I've been telling my friends, my teammate rather, right from the bench, like if I got into this game, I'll grab a goal. And it happened. I dedicated the goal to my parents.
We just have to work on our concentration at the tail end of each match. Most of the games at away, they score 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, or 2 minutes to go. So we have to work on the concentration and maturity of the players. At least we have held on more than 70 or 75 minutes at least. We are not supposed to consider a careless goal like that. I think we have to work on that.
You can understand why Abdulaziz is saying it was a careless goal, because the defenders gave MFM the time for the pass. It was like 4 straight passes that was stringed together before Aziz got that goal, and the defenders were just ball watching, so they took their time to get the goal. And right now he's not really liking that, because considered late goals and not really something most coaches will be proud of. You're talking about that, what happened to Sunshine Star, who considered there's 90 minutes on the dot, but it's really painful and it can hurt like that. So let's leave football and talk about the road race. Okpekpe Road Race is back 2 years after. Yes, because of the pandemic, we didn't have it in 2020 and 2021, but right now in 2022, it is back. And that's the 8th edition, talking about the 10 kilometers Okpekpe Road Race returning to the 2022 World Athletics calendar for this year. And of course, because of COVID-19, as I mentioned earlier, that's why it went on a break. But this time around, what the organizers are trying to do is to ensure that they have it in the constitution as part of efforts to boost not just international tourism, the economy, and also having more athletes to compete in the games. And their target, of course, is to make it a platinum race, whereby it's one of the best to reckon with in the world. Let's listen to the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shaibu, talking more about the race.
And in line with our principle and the principle of this administration, we had a discussion with Pamuze and his executive just last week, and we agreed that we have to institutionalize this race. And the process of doing that is already being put in place so that these games will live after us, including the present leadership of Pamuze. Government support will continue to come We'll continue to support the race. This year, we have agreed that, as usual, the prize money and other commitments that the state government have always given, we are still going to be responsible for that this year. And there are other areas that we have agreed to partner to make sure that this race is successful. I also want to join to apologize to our athletes. It's not our fault. Pandemic came, stroke, and we have to follow international best practice because the game is not a local game. It's an international race. For us, we are struggling hard and putting everything in place to make sure that we quickly get our gold label, and possibly after that, our target is to be a platinum race. So we are consciously making efforts to make sure that we put all that it is needed to achieve our aim of making Okpukpe race a platinum race in athletics calendar.
Yeah, that's what they're aiming and looking forward to. Away from athletics, let's touch down quickly on what's going on in Beijing Olympic Games, where a Nigerian athlete who was supposed to compete, she's really not happy she couldn't compete simply because of, well, gender issues, gender discrimination. That's according to Simi Adeagbo. Remember her? She competed in skeleton at the Pyongyang Games the last time, but this time around she couldn't compete in this particular event, the monobob and skeleton, simply because of the gender issue. Now, 14 of the 20 monobob competitors also are competing in double, but men were allocated 28 sled spots in 4-man bobsled event and 30 spots in 2-man, while women were just allotted only 20 spots in the monobob and 20 in the 2-person bobsled. Because of that, she is not able to compete. Remember, in January, she became the first African to actually win an event. I mean, the international bobsled race. She won it in Germany just this year, the Winterberg European Cup race. So she's not happy right now simply because of the discrimination that is involved in this. But let's listen to Simi talking more about this, because she wants to fight gender discrimination in relation to the Winter Games and the sport being allotted to men and women.
For men, in the 2-man, they get 30 sleds that go to the Olympics, and in the 4-man, there's 28 sleds. On the women's side, there are 20 sleds for each discipline. So, you can do the math, you can add up the numbers, it's just not equal. And so that's the problem here. And specifically for me, I was just one spot away from qualifying, and had there been equality, I would be at the Olympics right now. And so I'm really focused on how we can just change this for future, so no other woman has to be in this spot.
All right, that's how we can end the show this evening. Time is really not our friend when it comes to Wednesday's shows. Just 18 minutes we have. But tomorrow we'll talk more about Simi and what she intends to do to ensure that next time, 2026, she will be able to compete at the Winter Games. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Amolbe. Good night.